Hi, my name's Kate and I'm from Cat on the Mat Kids Yoga. I want to share with you some yoga that I've been doing with Year 6s, pre-SATs kind of de-stressor, and it's appropriate for Year 4 to Year 6, I would say. So we'll begin and I'll tell you a little bit of history before we start, because I always think it's a good idea to know where your practice comes from. So yoga began or evolved 5,000 years ago in the mountains in India. The word yoga means union, and they didn't have computers and they didn't have mobile phones, they didn't have Netflix, they lived in caves, a very simple life. And they would come out of their caves and they would imitate with their bodies the trees, the plants, the animals. That's why a lot of yoga poses have these names like tree pose and mountain pose. This all evolved 5,000 years ago, and here we are today still doing yoga because it feels good. It's good to do. It's good for our mind and for our body. It's good to practice mindfulness breathing and many other health benefits. So this is really good for you to do at home with your family or on your own, and I just want you to enjoy it and enjoy moving and breathing and feeling chilled out. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, yogis, so I want to talk to you a little bit about breathing, but before I do so, anytime I'm talking and you want something to do, you can massage your feet. Massaging your feet and your toes is really good for activating your meridian points, and it feels great. You know, when you stand up on your feet, it's like walking on air. So I always recommend, you can do this while you're watching telly or anything really, just to rub your feet, your heels, your toes. Give them a really good rub, and the other one as well. Get on in there. And if you don't want to rub your feet and you think, oh, that's a bit gross, you can rub your hands because there's meridian points on your hands. This is really, really good for your circulation and good for your heart. It's good for everything really, and it feels really nice. So keep rubbing those feet. So I want to talk to you a little bit about breathing, because breathing is the most important part of moving. It's what makes us move. And we don't give much thought to breathing really, do we? Because it's just something we do automatically every day. But what I will say is in yoga, we tend to breathe through our nose, in through our nose and out through our nose. Okay? So we have to try and remember that. If you've got a cold, don't worry, just breathe however it feels best to breathe, or if you have asthma or something like that, or a medical condition. But a little test for your breathing. So you put your hands on your tummy and you put your fingers together like this. So you rest and digest breathing. I'll explain this to you in a minute. So rest and digest is your chilled out breathing. And when we breathe in through our nose, your belly should expand. So your fingers come apart. When you breathe out, your fingers come together because your tummy goes down. Out, in, breathe in, the tummy goes out. As you breathe out, it goes back in. And you can tell this by your fingers. So you can do this if you just want to test your breathing, or if you're in a Savasana, a relaxation, you can lie on your back, hands on your belly, and just test your breathing, that you're in rest and digest mode. So I'm talking about rest and digest. This is when we are completely chilled out. There is no danger around. And if you watch a dog or a baby sleeping, you will notice their bellies rising and falling as they breathe in and out. And we do the same. Then all of a sudden, a dinosaur comes in the room and we jump. And our heart jumps into our mouth. And that's because we need to run away. We have to respond quickly. And we start to do our breathing in our chest, okay? When we breathe in our chest, it's panic. But sometimes the panic's gone and we're still breathing in our chest, and we wonder why we're feeling a bit breathless and a bit panicky. It's because we haven't switched the switch back into our rest and digest. Okay, so this is a really good mindful way of thinking if you want to calm down, just to do your rest and digest breathing. So what we're going to do now is just put our hands on our tummy, and we're going to close our eyes if you want to, or you can just stare at a point on the floor, whichever you feel comfortable with, okay? So we're going to close our eyes and we're just going to do 5 deep breaths, really deep breaths. Relax your shoulders, sit up tall. Imagine you've got a big hook coming from the ceiling, and I bet some of you have just grown about 3 inches for sitting up tall, haven't you? All right, so putting your hands on your bellies, you can close your eyes if you wish to do so. And you're going to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Keep going. Find your own breath. Breathe in and out. One more time. You can keep going if you want to. Okay, shake it out. So before we start our sun salutation for the day, we now know our breathing. You might want to wake up your body a little bit. So you can do this before your salutation, or you could do it after your Savasana, your relaxation at the end. And it just wakes the body up a little bit. So we're going to squeeze your knees into your chest. I call this a cosmic egg. Okay, squeeze it really tight. You can even bring your head in if you want a full squeeze. Bring your head in and relax. And then gently rock from side to side on your back, very gently. Just waking up the spine as you go. And it feels really nice. If anything hurts, find another way of doing it, or just avoid that exercise, because nothing should really hurt that badly. And rocking forwards and backwards. And this just wakes up the spine. Do this gently. And if you're like me, it does hurt a little bit because I've got a bit of a bony spine. And then this time, here we go. So from here, we're going to go into a squat position. Okay, we're going to do a roll up. So I want you to imagine that when you roll up, you're going to stack your vertebrae one on top of the other, okay? Your head comes up last, okay? Otherwise you feel a bit dizzy. It's not so nice. So very gently, there's no rush at all in this. So put our hands by our feet. You're going to pull down on your heels first. Not everybody can squat like this. Some people have got tight hamstrings and it feels a little uncomfortable. So do your best. So even if you're here, it doesn't matter. All right, everybody has different bodies and different ways of working, so whatever feels good to you is fine with me. So we're going to slowly, head last, heels down, straightening the knees very gently. Keep them soft for now until we get to a point where they can be straight. Let your arms hang, let your arms hang. Pulling up in your tummy here, don't let your tummy have a rest. Slowly, slowly. Very slowly, we're rolling up. Imagine that vertebrae stacking one on top of the other. Relax your arms into your back, lifting your head up slowly. Take a breath in and out through the nose. Just have a minute. Roll your shoulders, crick your neck if you need to. Shake it out. Shake it out. Feeling good? Excellent. So we're going to clasp our hands in front of us like this, knees soft, and you're going to raise your arms up and keep your shoulders down. And this, I promise you, feels really good. So you're going to stretch, 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 stretch as far as you can. Keep your heels on the ground. Pull your tummy up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Don't let go. Don't give up. Don't give up. It's worth it. It feels really good. Keep your arms up. Keep your arms up. Keep your arms up. Keep your arms up. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Drop your arms up. And it feels so good because your arms feel nice and tingly and alive. You can do it again if you want. Do it as many times as you like. Okay, let's get ready and we can do a salutation. Okay guys, we're going to do a sun salutation. Just take your time with this, have fun, breathe, just enjoy it, okay? So just follow me, soon you'll get to know the routine. You can do many repetitions of this. Good to do first thing in the morning because it really wakes you up and sets you up for the day. All right guys, so knees soft, find your center, relax your arms. You can close your eyes for a minute just to find where you're standing. Weight slightly forward on your toes in mountain pose. Just breathing. Take a breath in through your nose. Out through your nose. Just find your center. Breathing in and out. Take your arms up, breathing in. Stretch and reach up and out. Breathing in and out. This time we're rolling down, chin to chest. Down we go. Keep the knees soft. And you can just hang here for a bit if you want to. Just let the arms feel loose. Let the head's the heaviest part of the body, so it just hangs there for a little while. And then put your hands behind your legs and breathe into a table back. So your back should be nice and straight. I hope mine is, I'm not sure, because I can't see it. Breathe out. Breathe in. So I should be able to drink a cup of tea off your back, be able to place a teacup on and have a drink. And breathe out. Well, that's the idea anyway. And then we're going to go right hand, left hand onto the mat. Right leg, left leg. Into your plank. So pulling in your tummy, your shoulder and your wrist should be aligned. And you're going to smile and lower it down onto the mat. Put your hands by the side of your chest. And you're going to press through into the ground and lift up. Don't lock the elbows. Breathe in as you breathe out. Be a snake. It's the cobra pose. And back we go. Putting your head on the mat, stretching your arms, reach with your fingers, pressing the palms into the mat. And breathe for a minute. Moving forward into your table back. Find a comfortable position. Okay, so to do the cow pose, you're going to, as you breathe in, you sink your tummy, but you put your bottom and your head in the air. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you tuck the bottom and the head under, so you're like an angry cat. Breathing into the cow and out into the cat. Good. Find your rhythm. Keep breathing. Do this a few times. This is really, really good for your spine. It makes your spine nice and flexible. And it feels really nice to do. There we go. And this time find the neutral position. And we're going to tuck our toes under here. And then you're going to pop your bottom into the air. Press your hands into the mat, the palms of your hands into the mat. You're going to breathe in. As you're going to breathe out, you lower your head and your heart center down into the mat. Your aim is to get the heels onto the mat, but don't worry if you cannot do this. Your next, work your tummy. Your tummy is pulled in nice and tight here, okay? Nice and tight in the tummy. And then we're on the right side, so it's the right leg that goes up into the air. Point your toes, circle the ankle. Happy puppy this is, and the other way. Bring the knee into the chest, into a lunge. Alter your feet as you go along. They don't have to be in the same position. Knee and ankle aligned. We're getting ready for our warrior one. Back leg is a wedge. We're going to raise our arms up into the sky, reaching up, connect with the sun. Stretch your arms, your fingertips, shoulders down. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to open out into warrior two. And then we're going to go into our reverse goddess. Feel the stretch down here. Stretch the arm into a side stretch. Circle the wrist one way and then the other way. Put your hands behind your back. Stretch across your chest. Don't lock those elbows for me though. And lower it down. Onto your chest, onto your knee. This is your humble warrior. Put your hands by your feet, feet together, and it's time to roll up. Breathing in and out through your nose, let your hands dangle, stacking the vertebrae as we go. One spine on top of the other. Slowly tucking your tummy and your bottom in, thinking about your posture, being conscious of your posture. Shoulders down and relaxed. Find your position. Alter your feet if you need to. And you can have a little rise. Rise through your feet, through your center. Take your arms up. And then slowly V shape. Lower your arms down, pull your heels to the ground. Amazing, let them float down, you're not there yet. Take your time, don't forget to breathe. Palms facing out, mountain pose. Ready to go on the other side. So we start back here. And this time we're going on the left-hand side. So we always do what we do on one side of the body, we always do on the other side of the body. It's just how we do it. Otherwise you end up kind of walking around like this. Are you ready to go? Knees soft, find your center, wriggle your shoulders if you need to. Get rid of the wriggles. Breathing in and out, stretching up. Breathing in and out. Lovely. Rolling down, chin to chest. Let the head hang for a moment and the arms breathing into a table back and out. Beautiful. Keep it going. Breathing into your table back and out. That's so lovely. This time we're going to go left hand, right hand into your plank. Make sure your wrist and shoulders are aligned and we lower it down. Pressing up through the palms of the hands as we raise up into your cobra pose. And then we're going to rest back on our haunches, onto the back of our heels. And we're going to stretch those fingers out in front of us. Really feel the stretch in our shoulders. Have a moment. Up into a table back. Make sure your wrist, shoulders, knees, hips. Now we're going to do cat-cow again. So breathing in to the cow, out to the cat. Breathing in and out. Work the stomach on this and the spine. Breathing in and out. Excellent. Couple more times. Breathing in and out. Very good. Find your neutral position. Curl the toes under. Pop your bottom into the air. We breathe in. As we breathe out, we lower the head and the heart center. You can stay in these poses for as long as you want when you're doing it yourself. It really doesn't matter. Left leg into the air. Keep it straight. Circle the ankle one way and then the other. Bring your knee to your chest. Leg through into a lunge position. Ankle, knee, back leg is your support. We're going to rise up into our warrior, feeling strong. Breathing in and out. Reaching up through your fingers. As we open out into warrior two. Fantastic. Really stretch your arms sideways. Feel strong and empowered. Reverse goddess. Beautiful. Side stretch. Work that wrist one way and then the other way. Hands behind your back. Feel the stretch across here. Elbows bent. Lower it down onto your knee. Hands by your feet. Bring them together. And it's time for the roll up. Take your time. You can take as much time as you want with this. Tuck your bottom under as soon as you can. Keep your knees soft. Imagine the vertebrae. Stacking, always stacking. Shoulders into your back. Thinking of your posture, pulling up. Imagine that imaginary hook. It's just pulling you up from the ceiling up. Hands by your side, mountain pose. Just take a minute, feel where your weight is. Slightly forward is good, pulling up. And then as you feel that something pulling you up from the ceiling, you rise through your feet into a V shape, stretching the arms, stretching through the fingers, and then slowly lowering down through the heels and lower the arms, let the arms float, ever so floating down. Nice and soft, nice and slow. Breathing in, breathing out. Find your center. Take a minute, just breathe. Loosen your neck if you need to. You did it. Well done. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're going to practice your salutation and teach it to your family and have fun with it. Enjoy it. Remember, we all have really different bodies, and it doesn't matter if you can't get your leg up here or your arms are not back here or whatever it is. It's not about being perfect. It's about breathing and moving and enjoying it. And you will find in time that your body will stretch and do things it's never done before. It's amazing. So take your time. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Just have fun and breathe with it. See you later. So guys, I'm going to give you a couple of breathing exercises that you can do at home as well, or you can do at school if you really want. So the first one is called mosquito breath. So we're going to start like this with our arms. And the idea is we take a big breath in and we make the sound of a mosquito. Zzz. And when we run out of breath, we catch the mosquito, okay? And then you can restart. This is really good for exercising your lungs. All right, are you ready? See if you can out-breathe me. Are you ready? Breathing in. Oh, how well are you doing? Are you still going? I hope you are. So you can do that one as many times as you like. It's a really good exercise. It's good for your mouth, for your speech, for everything, and for your breathing. Good for controlling breath and getting the lungs working. Okay, so I'm going to give you a lovely breathing exercise that you can do. It really helps if you can't sleep at night. Even I've done it when I can't sleep at night. And I call it Give Me Five. You can do it anyway. You can do it with a friend, if you can do it in partners, or you can just do it on your own if you can't sleep at night. So you take, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to use the index finger on my left hand, and I'm going to take the other palm. And when I breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out. Okay, that's the idea. So in a minute, we're going to do it with music. Are you ready to give this a go? Breathe in and out through your nose. Excellent. Ready? Let's have some music. Breathing in. Breathe out. Nice and slow. Keep breathing, going the other way. Well done, yogis. That was fantastic. You did a great job there. So before we wrap up and you've finished your salutation and your yoga for the day, it's always nice to spend 5-10 minutes relaxing, being mindful. To be mindful, or mindfulness, is to bring yourself into the present moment. We're not worrying about what's happened, and we're not worrying about what's going to happen. We're right here, right now, on our yoga mats, relaxing. So I would like to show you just what Savasana is, okay? You can either do it sitting up, you can have your hands on your knees like this, you can have your palms like this, you sit up tall, and all I ask you to do in a Savasana is to concentrate on your breathing in and out through your nose. You can close your eyes, but if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, that's okay too. You could focus on something that's just in front of you, just there. I've got a little dot there, so you can just focus on that if you want. And just let your eyes relax and drift towards that focal point, whichever way you want. Or the other thing you can do is you can turn your mat, or even if you haven't got a mat, you don't need to do yoga on a mat. You can do a yoga on a carpet or anywhere. So I'm just going to move my mic pack round to the front so I can show you what we do in a Savasana. I like to do it lying down. Okay, so we're going to lie down. You might want to alter your hair. I know I get lots of yogis going, but my hair hurts. Take your hair out, feel completely comfortable and relaxed in your space. It's nice also to have low light, nothing too bright, especially daylight's the best. Put your hands on your tummy. You can do this in bed at night. You don't need to have, it's nice to have a special time in the day, but nighttime in bed's nice as well. You can put your hands on your tummy so you can feel your rest and digest breathing, or you can just lay your hands by your side. We're going to close our eyes. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Breathing in and out. Move and get yourself comfortable if you need to. Then just bring attention to your face. Notice how it feels. You can even screw your face up and pull a silly face if you want. And then as you breathe out, you can relax everything. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes. Relax your forehead and your ears. Let everything melt into the mat. Bring your attention now to your shoulders. Notice how they're feeling today. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just let them sink a little more into the mat beneath you. Feel your arms and your fingers. How do they feel today? Any tension you're holding, just let go of it. Now thinking about your tummy and your chest area. Think about how you're breathing. How you relax breathing, you rest and digest. Expand the tummy up and down. Slow everything down. Bring your attention now to the top of your legs and your bum. Any tension holding, just let it all go. Completely relax. Everything melt into the mat. Attention now to your calves, your ankles, and down into your feet. Any tension that you are holding there, completely relax it down. Just focus on your breathing. When we focus on our breathing, we bring ourselves into the present moment. Imagine you're lying on a warm beach. There's a cool breeze, but it's not cold. The sand is warm, and it's supporting your body. You are completely and utterly relaxed. You can smell the sea and the sun. The sound of seagulls around you. Everything is relaxed and warm and safe. Breathing in and out. In and out. As you breathe in and out, the waves too are echoing your breath, coming in and out. Allow yourself to lie here as long as you wish to do so. Slowly, when you are ready, bring one knee up to your chest and the other knee up to your chest, and just give yourself a little hug. Gently rock from side to side like we did before. On the count of 3, bring yourself back into the room. 1, 2, 3. And gently rock forwards and backwards. You may just want to stay lying down for a minute. But when you're ready, you can bring yourself back into the room. Shake yourself out. Well done, yogis. Hope you enjoyed the yoga. Hope you keep doing it and keep breathing and keep smiling and have lots of fun with it. Okay, tree pose. So this is a classic yoga pose that everybody seems to either have done or know the name of. So what is lovely about tree pose is it's a real rooted pose, no pun intended, but you should feel strong and firm even though you're on one leg, and feel the ground pulling you down and pulling you up at the same time. It's a really good, and it's a good balancing fun one. You can practice keeping your balance with it, okay? So we're going to start. Choose a leg, any leg, doesn't matter. As long as you do it on both sides, it really doesn't matter. So with this, I never want to see anybody putting their foot on their knee, because you pop your knee out. Either on your calf or on your thigh. It doesn't matter if you can't get it on your thigh. Your calf is as good. It's all about balance, okay? So, I'm going to start on this leg. I'm going to take my foot up here. I don't want to see anybody popping out either. So pulling up nice and tall in the center. Taking your arms up. Balancing, 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 balancing. You can join your tree pose here. You can take it down to here. Or you can just take your arms up and rise, pulling up through your center, up in your hip. Nice and strong. Looking up. If you are wobbling all over the place, that's fine, because trees kind of blow about in the wind anyway. You can hold on to, ooh, see, I told you. You can hold on to your opposite ear. Okay? This isn't like some magic trick or anything, because I thought it was for years. This is about distributing the weight and the balance. This helps you to stay still until you've got your center, pulling up, and you can take your arms out. Magic trick, but it has to be the opposite one to the knee, not this one, because then you'll really fall over. See? Right, do it on the other leg. It's good for your leg muscles as well. Pulling up through your center. Remember what I said about standing tall but relaxed, shoulders into the back. Okay, so one side of your body is always stronger than the other. So you may wobble and fall on one side and not on the other. Isn't that strange? Pulling up in your hip, up through your tummy. Breathing in. Taking your arms up. Down we go, through the heart center. Taking arms out and up, really reaching. Shoulders down. And fall off your tree. Don't fall off your tree. Stand in mountain pose to finish. Tree pose, well done. Hi guys, this is easy pose, okay? This is how we sit, relax, sitting tall, shoulders back, legs crossed. Okay, we can go into a lotus where we cross our legs up like this, if we practice. And you can stay in this position to do some mindfulness breathing or meditation. It's lots of fun. But I also want to show you butterfly pose. So, if you are tight in the hips, this is a good one, or you can bring them out in front of you there, or you can bring them a little closer if you want to. This is good for opening the hips up. Don't worry if you can't get this position, not everybody can, but if you practice, you will get there. So you can put your elbows on here and you can push down a little bit. Breathing in and pushing down. Okay, and the butterfly kind of goes like this. This helps your hips, opening and shutting your hips, and helps with flexibility, okay? You can also, if you want to, Smell the flowers, or your feet. Breathe in, and you can lower the head down. Now, not everybody's going to get down there, and that doesn't matter. Some people only get to like here. That's fine. That's where you're at. You can take it further. Each and every day you'll get a little bit further if you practice. So breathing in, however far you can go, and taking it down. You can smell your toes, tickle your toes while you're there. And you can just hold it there for as long as you like. And that's all good. I want to show you another pose while I'm down here doing this. And this one's called child's pose. So I'm just going to spin my mat round so you can see sideways. I like this pose. So sitting on your knees. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your arms by your side and your head on the mat. Your forehead on the mat, and you're going to close your eyes. You're going to breathe in. And as you breathe out, you let all this across here, all your shoulders relax down. Just relax down into the mat. And again, like leaning forward in easy pose, you can just lie here. It's a really good back stretch across your shoulders, releasing any tension that you have. Be mindful that when you get up from this pose, you put your hands by your head and you slowly roll up head last so you don't get a head rush. And that's child pose.